Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Owula Hansen Lane at Tesano. I'm Frema Edunyame. Coming up, 22 persons convicted and fined for various sanitation offences in the Ashanti region.
I brought them for prosecution. Now the court has taken them through due process. They have been fined. All the 11 have been fined between 100 penalty units and then 120 penalty units. The offences range between people connecting their effluent into public drain.
Interior Minister says 350 million worth of cocaine intercepted at Pedu Junction have been destroyed after a court order.
We bust foreign currency. It's something we'll have to hand over to Bank of Ghana. If we bust gold, we hand it over to Gold Board. Unfortunately for us, the lead person in this, the real owner, had escaped. But those that were arrested are still being prosecuted. And the Bank of Ghana also told us that when they picked those foreign currency, they were also fake. So they have since destroyed.
Also coming up, South African authorities reject claims its president was stopped from visiting Ghana.
We are disappointed with the manner in which this matter has been handled and reported, because it does not reflect the true nature of development.
Roadside mechanics and vulcanizers accused of causing traffic on major roads. In Channel 1 Business. Ghana Revenue Authority interdicts 4 officers for alleged diversion of transit cargo. And in Channel 1 Sports. Argentina beat Egypt to make it to quarterfinals of 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, in our first story, some 22 persons have been convicted and fined for various sanitation offences in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi. Sanitation officers deployed by the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly have intensified their clampdown on offenders and to enforce strict compliance with environmental health and sanitation regulations. Channel 1 News' Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Hafiz Tijani, reports.
The enforcement exercise, which began on Monday, led to the arrest of 12 people in Dichemso, with 10 of them immediately prosecuted before the Prempeh Circuit Court.
Of all the 12 that was sent there, 9 of them were sentenced to 100 penalty units each. A unit is 12 cedis, and then out of them we had 2 who were also sentenced to 140 penalty units. And in default, you're supposed to be jailed for 10 days.
A visit to other parts of the community on the second day revealed even more disturbing sanitary conditions in homes and this school operating in the area. The washrooms, the compound, and the premises of the Special Light International School were all in unkempt states, with officers considering a temporary closure. The owner of the school and 10 other individuals in the area were arrested and sent to court. The court convicted all offenders and fined them accordingly.
And so we arrested them as usual and brought them for prosecution. Now the court has taken them through due process. They have been fined. All the 11 have been fined between 100 penalty units and then 120 penalty units. The offenses range between people connecting their effluent into public drains, accumulation of refuse.
In a twist that highlights the scale of the sanitation challenge, the very court hearing these sanitation cases is itself contending with poor sanitary conditions. The public washrooms serving the court were found to be unkempt, raising questions about sanitation standards at public institutions. When I asked the environmental health officer about the situation, this was the response.
We have been here, myself, the coordinator, and then the mayor. A mayor has promised to get them a washroom, so he has tasked his engineer to come and do the assessment. I was here when the engineer came and took the measurement, so plans are underway to get them a fitting washroom.
The exercise is expected to continue in the subsequent days.
The officers say they will continue with this exercise in other communities within the Ashanti region. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Kumasi, Ashanti region.
Roadside mechanics and vulcanizers have become a familiar feature across Accra, offering quick and affordable vehicle repairs to motorists. But as their numbers continue to grow, so do their concerns of traffic obstructions, safety hazards and sanitation challenges, prompting plans to clear unauthorized operators from public roads. Channel 1 News' Rachel Engman reports.
The sight of improvised mechanic shops and vulcanizers is becoming common in several parts of Accra. Vehicles line road shoulders and sometimes pavements as artisans diagnose faults, replace ties and carry out repairs. For many motorists, these workshops provide fast and accessible services, especially during unexpected breakdowns. But the convenience comes at a cost. While some mechanics and vulcanizers say they have permits to operate, others admit they have no designated spaces and resort to the roadside due to limited working areas, eviction from previous locations, and the need to serve motorists in emergencies.
We were having our places around here that we run it up, and with no anybody coming to question us. But within some quiet days, we saw people coming to demolish up the place that, the AMA said they should do that. So indeed they did. And we too, we have no elsewhere to move on to.
But this one year more inside wa na dey abakwa ba yema ne nche wa bebre na yi ka ne fura na ha da ho kama te ni omo ye fan akoje permit bibia.
Motorists acknowledge that roadside mechanics and vulcanizers often provide convenient emergency services when vehicles develop faults unexpectedly.
With them, it's very much easier, but then them being by the roadside too sometimes cause traffic.
You don't expect me to get emergency on my way somewhere and I have to park my car, wait hours for my mechanic to come before I can move on. So with that, I have to find anybody nearby to just fix my car for me.
Some municipal authorities who expressed concern about the environmental and sanitation impact of the practice say enforcement exercises will target illegal structures, remove abandoned and broken down vehicles, and ensure operators without approval vacate road reservations.
Where they have their shops, indeed they have permits that they operate BOP, they pay the BOP. But the roadside, they don't have permits. But because they have shops and the spillover of the cars for servicing, they don't have enough space within, so they intend use their roads for which they do the services for the people. We want to tell them that it is a bad practice. It doesn't give the lifespan of the roads to be what we expected. The team will come around, they will begin the towing, and after we have towed and put it at the designated place, you'll be paying close to 2,000 before you retrieve your car.
The challenge we have as a municipal is that we don't have any bigger land somewhere that we can say we are impounding these cars there, so that at least the necessary penalties can be attached to the punishment. Fortunately for us, we've gotten 1 yard that there is land litigation on it, but for now we are planning to use it.
Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Richard Langman.
Some remedial works have been carried out on the Achimota-Tesano highway stretch, which had developed potholes causing major traffic. The deteriorated stretch had previously posed significant challenges for motorists and commuters, causing gridlock and increasing the risk of accidents. Motorists have expressed satisfaction with the intervention. There's more in this report by John Eduji Oja and read by Manuel Ayama.
The Achimota-Tesano highway had become a nightmare for motorists and commuters, with deep potholes slowing traffic, damaging vehicles and increasing the risk of accidents. The deteriorated stretch drew widespread concern, prompting calls for urgent intervention. Today, some remedial works have been carried out, with the potholes patched using chippings to improve the conditions of the road and ease movement. While welcoming the intervention, motorists say the repairs have brought some relief and made the stretch more motorable.
In fact, the initial stage was very serious, and it was causing a lot of traffic and delay. But now I think it's better, but it can be better than this. Yeah, though it doesn't really slow us. It gives us the opportunity to go a little bit faster.
To see an first in this, is because first in a Potos no na no ding. But I say the grabus and begum dear ama bibia a coffin. But yes any a penno. As a mobile educotal beguso to send a net here cannon air quano, and only a share. Since so no grabus nom dia gumo, but still a quane and ye send ye a quine and ye pet to say, ya cotal gusun. Tis the hian say. Omumbe levels no mumpa hotel musumai they no na na extra banse o meye mai
sa problem na wa ha no easy say go be go tana e wo no the start here traffic ne e do na pa nya sam kotoa e blewa pa na po ani mlu adam pa bo so traffic ni kwa no wo bana traffic ta no to mo fere ya de abo da ba for no pa ka ba this time ya e fina ko botan ka traffic ta Achimota follows wo mo na to ha mo no easy you know. I want to say cars in a because first now to tune I won't say I can go slow no but I won't say can move fine. They are anytime they come to me and say my and cannot some boy pa. I'm any day be fanasa because nyanya kura but it's one be say dia we can say but I'm no munye complete my preko.
But they maintain that the current works are only a temporary fix and are urging the authorities to undertake a comprehensive rehabilitation of the highway to provide a lasting solution and prevent the road from deteriorating again.
The Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, has disclosed that cocaine valued at more than $350 million seized at Pedu Junction in the Central Region has been destroyed following a court order. He says authorities have provided evidence of the disposal process to confirm that the narcotic substance was destroyed in accordance with legal procedures. He made this known when he appeared before Parliament's Committee on Assurance. Channel 1 News' Ni Aikwe Okain reports.
The Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, appeared before Parliament's Committee on Assurance and disclosed that a $350 million worth of cocaine seized at Pedu Junction in the Central Region has been destroyed following a court order.
We can't destroy any drug without the court order, and which we secured, and we've provided the pen drive. I hope that maybe, if you mind, you can play it, or if you played it to the committee. That has been done already. The substantive case is one that is being prosecuted. The last adjourned date was 30th April, and they were to reappear 29th June. Unfortunately, 29th June was the day of the flood, so they are now working to get a new court date. So the prosecution is ongoing.
He added that while some suspects involved in the case of some fake currencies and gold bars intercepted at Sapemine are facing prosecution, the main suspect remains at large.
If we bust foreign currency, it's something we'll have to hand over to Bank of Ghana. If we bust gold, we hand it over to Gold Board. Unfortunately for us, the lead person in this, the real owner, had escaped. But those that were arrested are still being prosecuted. And the Bank of Ghana also told us that when they picked those foreign currency, they were also fake. So they have since destroyed them. So, but the prosecution is ongoing. And I know the subsequent one will have been about the names. Because some of the kingpins have still not been, some of them will put them on stop list, hoping that any day that they try to re-enter the country, we'll get them. We still believe that it's not prudent to put the names of those that are in hand, because we've still not been able to get all of them, but the prosecutions are ongoing.
Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak also stated that some government officials have been cited in preliminary investigations into the $208 million worth of methamphetamine shipments intercepted in Australia.
Like this Australian thing that you mentioned in passing, the Director General will tell you, even as of yesterday, we were still interrogating a lot of government officials. You have been Minister for Defense and you know the importance of evidence. It's not everything that I can put out at this stage because we are still investigating and we are still interrogating people. Because there's a lot that are not adding up. You could see that there's some involvement of some people within the system. And we are working at it to try to reach out to as many people as possible that would think might have played one role or the other. Because even if you put all these gadgets, remember that it is going to be operated by human beings. So if the wrong persons are sitting there, you can bring all the gadgets in this world, it will still not be safe.
The Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, also stated that the ongoing security service recruitment has revealed that 1,300 applicants tested positive for HIV.
I remember, the recent recruitment, we had, I think, about 1,300 or so that were on HIV. And then they said, can you imagine sending somebody a resource, they're telling the person that you have HIV? That's not the procedure. The person has to go through some orientation. So one of the things that we did was simply to say that when you get disqualified, you are given a contact to reach out if you are interested in knowing the details. Then when you call, then they assist you to let you know. Because interestingly, some of the things that we realize are treatable. So people need to know and then also get treatment so that subsequent recruitment they could join.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, in a formal communication to the House, stated that the Council of State is advising Parliament against the passage of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana Amendment Bill 2025, a legislation which is seeking to remove the restrictions currently imposed on dual citizens who seek to hold public office.
After the first reading of the bill, in compliance with the Constitution, I referred it to the Council of State for consideration and advice. Honorable members, as earlier stated, I have received the advisory opinion on the bill from the Council of State. And I told you, this council advised against the passage of the bill, which meant that they differed from the earlier advice of the Council of State of the 8th Parliament, which had given Parliament the go-ahead to process and pass the bill. Honorable members, while the advice of the Council of State does not determine the legislative judgment of Parliament, it constitutes an important constitutional contribution to the deliberative process contemplated by the framers of the Constitution.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has directed that the House suspend sitting on Friday, July 10, 2026, to enable members of Parliament, particularly those from flood-hit regions, to partake in the cleanup exercise. Reporting for Channel 1 News from Parliament, I am Ni Ayikweyi Okain.
South Africa has clarified that President Cyril Ramaphosa's planned visit to Ghana has not been rejected, but only postponed, dismissing reports suggesting that Ghana declined the engagement. Now, according to spokesperson for President Ramaphosa, media reports suggesting that Ghana had rejected the South African leader's visit did not accurately reflect the circumstances surrounding their development. Channel 1 News' Manuela Yama has more.
Media reports suggested that the Ghanaian government has declined a proposed state visit by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, citing concerns over the killing of a Ghanaian national and reported xenophobic attacks targeting Ghanaians in South Africa. The decision by the government reportedly follows the death of 40-year-old Bashiru Isaac, who Ghanaian authorities say was killed during demonstrations linked to renewed attacks against foreign nationals in South Africa on June 30, 2026. Reacting to the developments, the spokesperson for South Africa's president, Vincent Magwenya, expressed disappointment over the manner in which the issue had been reported, stressing that the planned engagement between the two countries remains on course and has only been postponed.
We are disappointed with the manner in which this matter has been handled and reported, because it does not reflect the true nature of development. Number one, the date had long been agreed that Ghana will host the South Africa-Ghana Binational Commission. This is a regular meeting of the structure that manages the cooperation between the two countries. The last meeting was held in 2024, and that meeting was hosted by South Africa. And so it follows that Ghana was to host the next iteration of the BNC. And the correspondence that was being exchanged now was a mere formality to confirm what had already been agreed. It was not a request for a state visit, and there wasn't a rejection of the visit. Ghana just simply asked for a postponement, and now the issue has been misconstrued and reported as a rejection, which is not the case.
President Ramaphosa was expected to visit Ghana in the first week of August, providing an opportunity for both countries to strengthen bilateral relations and discuss measures to address concerns over attacks targeting foreign nationals. Government has also formally protested to South African authorities over the death of Bashiru Isaac and broader concerns regarding the safety of Ghanaians in South Africa.
Lawyer for Sarah Adrasafo Kwame Boafo Akufo has dismissed claims that the will of the late Apostle Dr. Kwadwo Safo names Kwadwo Safo Akofena as the leader of the Christa Safo mission. According to him, the will merely identifies the late founder's biological male children as heirs and does not appoint any individual as leader of the church. There's more in this report.
Addressing a press conference on behalf of the former Dom Kwabenya MP, Sarah Adrasafo, legal counsel Kwame Boafo Akufo challenged the installation of Kwadwo Safo Akofena, arguing that he is not the legitimate leader of the Christa Safo mission. He described the installation as unlawful, stating that an injunction application had already been brought to the attention of the parties involved prior to the purported ceremony. According to him, no provision in the late Apostle Kwadwo Safo's will designates any individual as the leader of the Christa Safo mission.
Those who have read the will, especially clause 27, will have noticed that it speaks that a male biological child being an heir or being capable to ascend to the leadership position. No one is mentioned in that will as the leader of the church. It's especially important so that that misconception and the way it's been twisted, distorted, but carried out as if it's the accurate position is inaccurate, improper, untidy, and therefore completely wrong. That's the first port of call. Now, prior to my client having suffered this very untidy injury, an application for an interim injunction had been obtained and served on her brother, who is now parading himself as the leader of the church. Despite the service of the injunction, he went ahead and engaged in the process, which for those of us who have read a bit of the law know is null and void. And it's a matter of time that clarification will come to bear on the issues.
Kwame Boafo Akufu further argued that the only reference to Kwejo Safo Akufena in relation to the church's affair is a provision assigning him responsibility for overseeing the funeral arrangement of the late founder. He maintained that this provision should not be interpreted as conferring leadership of the Christo Asafo mission.
There are parts of the will in which the father speaks about him carrying out the funeral. But that's entirely different from the leadership position, because the leadership position of the church is a constitutionally distinct affair from the provisions and the wishes of a man who is going to meet his maker. When they say somebody should take charge of a funeral, it means the person should be pivotal, instrumental, and be a very essential contributory factor to the funeral. But that person should not be a disrupting force.
You're watching the Channel 1 Newsroom, still to come. Ghana Revenue Authority interdicts 4 officers for alleged diversion of transit cargo. We'll be right back with the details. Do stay.
Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako, Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opon, Chief Executive of Comac, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
The best part of going home is family.
Sit up! Hey, mommy, my wife is cooking something delicious. We're here.
Hot pepper sauce, spicy.
Lizzie Shito, the Shito is Shito. Lizzie Shito, over fail.
Lizzie Shito, please, can I take some to school tomorrow?
Yes, my son, you can. Lizzie Shito, dear. Ebesu obiasu.
Lizzie Shito hot pepper sauce. Yes, spicy and
Lizzie Shito hot pepper sauce. Spicy.
For bulk purchase, kindly contact 050-168-3344 or 050-155-0998. This advert is FDA approved.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe healthcare should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. Our experienced team ensures you receive the attention you deserve. So whatever it is for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital located at Community 3 Tema or call 0303-220-030 or 055-222-2290. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
Hello again. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Nashika Caesar.
CNR Business is brought to you by EcoBank.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Miss Caesar, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Emma. How are you doing?
I'm super, thank you. Right. What's in business?
I'll tell you shortly.
Go on.
Now in business, the Ghana Revenue Authority has interdicted 4 customs officers over the alleged involvement in an attempted diversion of transit cargo onto the local market in a move aimed at reinforcing customers' compliance, protecting government revenue and preserving the integrity of Ghana's transit trade regime. The disciplinary action follows investigations into the interception of 18 trucks in February 2026, and we have more in this report.
The 18 trucks had been declared as transit cargo from Togo to Niger, but were suspected to have been diverted into the Ghanaian market, a development that could have resulted in substantial losses in import duties and taxes. Speaking at a media briefing on the outcome of the investigations, Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Sapon, disclosed that 4 officers have been interdicted and are currently undergoing the authority's internal disciplinary procedure. He also outlined additional findings from the investigations.
Our re-examination found out about 39,256 jerrycans of vegetable cooking oil, as against 35,246 declared to customs at the Ghana side, clearly showing under declaration of 4,010 units of jerrycans. Again, there was a separate line item declared as tomato paste, which our re-examination found out to be tomato flour seasoning, and the description that also affected the value that was posted on the product. We have interdicted 4 of our officers who worked on the consignment, and they are undergoing our internal disciplinary processes to ensure that all officers who are involved in the processing of the transaction and who are found culpable not to have followed due process will be dealt with in accordance with the internal processes and with law.
The GRA also confirmed the permanent confiscation of the intercepted consignments. In line with a directive from the Ministry of Finance, the goods have been allocated to the National School Feeding Program, while the authority says it remains committed to tightening customs controls and preventing transit cargo diversion.
We affirm the confiscation of the consignment as we announced at the time they were intercepted in February, that based on the findings, the items will be confiscated to the state in view of the grievous nature of their findings. Number 2, under the direction of the Ministry of Finance, GRA is allocating the consignment to the National School Feeding Program in support of national cause. Then number 3, we are conducting further investigations into the activities of the agent to ensure that any areas the agent is also found culpable will also be dealt with or sanctioned in accordance with law.
Now, traditional methods of measuring food commodities continue to play a central role in Ghana's food economy decades after the country adopted the metric system, creating challenges for accurate price monitoring, inflation calculations, and agricultural data collection. This is according to the Ghana Statistical Service, which released findings from its maiden nationwide non-standard unit survey, and we have more.
The survey found that local measuring units, including the olonka, baskets, basins, heaps, bundles, and margarine tins, remain widely used in markets, households, and at the farm gate, highlighting the need for greater standardization in food measurements. Speaking at the launch of the survey, government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu said the research provides Ghana's first nationally representative data set on local food measurement practices, offering a scientific basis for converting traditional units into internationally recognized metric standards.
The INSUS changes this. It gives Ghana, for the first time, a reliable way to convert local units into standard measurements, making our data more accurate, comparable, and useful. For policymakers, this means better planning and better targeting of programs. For businesses, it means more transparency and efficiency in trade. For researchers and development partners, it means more reliable analysis. Now, the next step is action. We must integrate these conversion factors into all our national surveys, agricultural statistics, and processes. We must promote awareness in markets and communities. And we must continue investing in data systems that reflect how Ghana actually works.
As part of the initiative, the service also plans to create an online national database of conversion factors alongside a digital photo catalog of local measuring units to serve as a reference for future surveys and statistical work.
We now bring you an update on crude oil prices and how the local currency is performing on interbank markets. And that's it for Channel One Business. I am Nashika Caesar. Fuma, back to you.
Thank you very much. See you later. Now to some other stories. Some aspirants contesting the National Democratic Congress NDC branch elections in the Willinsea constituency of the Northern Region are demanding greater transparency and fairness as the party begins its nationwide branch reorganization exercise. Voting at some branch polling stations yesterday was disrupted after a section of party members and aspirants questioned the credibility of the electoral process, alleging a lack of transparency in the conduct of the elections. Some aspirants claimed they were not informed about the outcome of the vetting process and therefore did not know their positions on the ballot papers or the identities of the candidates they were contesting against.
Our beef is that they should make sure they publish the vetting results, so everybody will know. If I am being disqualified, then I will go for appeal. So after the appeal, they should give a timetable, election timetable. I can see what MPP are doing in Bimbila constituency. When you go to Facebook, you see that everybody, Honorable Akwarubu, Honorable Abla and Cook, you can see that the election is free and fair. Everybody can go around campaigning so that they should make sure they give their books to the aspirants. So I will know these are the people who are voting in my polling station, so I can go and meet them.
Ay, to amonster nyala de warma na zane en dis departement. Un song le karchang tu. Do men ko nyala ne ko song le and zamato so wazaka so kamima. Babia la fon shelen ta hamana kana fon wara kapta bana en isembal la kam so sunu.
Yes.
Yalma la kan to contest la da gashi ta wala. Baba yalma amin so contest. But so wala mame. Dalma la ti yalma ni. So bara contest ni. So katali. Za yinya za do. Let me batama.
Reconstruction of the Sataso Bridge in the Mampo municipality of the Ashanti region is expected to be completed between August and September this year. Work is being expedited to restore the bridge, which collapsed on June 10, and ease the burden on commuters. Channel 1 News' Ashanti regional correspondent Tofik Mohammed reports.
The Sataso Bridge serves as a key link between Mampo, Ejura, Atibobo, Amantin, Yeji, and several surrounding communities. Its collapse has disrupted vehicular traffic and the movement of goods, affecting traders, farmers, and daily commuters. Speaking to Channel 1 News, the Municipal Chief Executive for Mampo, Yakubu Isifo, acknowledged that the impact on the Mampo municipality has been less severe than on the neighboring Ejura Sechedumasi municipality. Mr. Isifo said the two assemblies are collaborating to ensure the bridge reconstruction is completed within the projected timeline.
It's Ejura that is affecting because, Ejura market is one of the biggest markets in Ghana. And people were not getting access to Ejura, so we have to come in and then help them. So that's why the Ejura MC is my brother. He was hot because it was affecting him much. But now we've resolved it partially. And I know now in Akan, they say we are in Fupe. So it means that the rain this time around, it will stop a little bit. So we are praying and hoping that the contractor will take this advantage and then just double up his work. Maybe by August and into September, everything will be done.
He also disclosed that the assembly has reshaped the Kofiase Aframsu road to serve as an alternative route. According to him, the measure is intended to ensure commuters can still access the area if heavy rains make the current temporary diversion impassable.
Created a temporary access there. Even if it rains heavily today, at least there is also an alternative. When you are coming from Kumasi, you can pass by Wiamwasi. Then from Wiamwasi to Bepwasi, from Bepwasi to Chichiwari, from Chichiwari to Anyinesu, from Anyinesu to Sachadumasi, and then from Sachadumasi to Aframso. Then you enter Ejura. Or you can come and pass Mampong, Kofiase, Aframano, Anyinesu, Sachadumase, Aframso. Then off to Ejura.
For Channel 1 News, I'm Tofik Mohammed, Sataso, Mampo Municipality, Ashanti Region.
The government is turning its post-flood response into a nationwide sanitation campaign, directing all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to mobilize residents for a presidential cleanup exercise aimed at clearing drains and improving environmental sanitation. The directive was issued by the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs during an emergency meeting with MMDCEs in the Greater Accra region.
The meeting was convened to finalize preparations for the Presidential National Cleanup Exercise following the recent floods that hit parts of the capital. The minister directed all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to mobilize residents and coordinate cleanup activities across their jurisdictions.
After the meeting, you are not going to sleep. The Christian community there, the imams there, you tell all of them so that on that day, everybody, when you are coming from your house and you have a broom, you are bringing it. It's not like you are going to go and say that, oh, honorable, where are the brooms that we procured? People look at government to bring everything. Then, if you should know beforehand how many vehicles that you have. If you don't have vehicles, we are not going to be desilting gutters and be putting them there. Then after that, because the present need is attached to this, if it happens that after the sweeping, the debris are all packed there, it will not speak well for him. It means you are sabotaging the president's effort. And it is non-partisan.
President John Dramani Mahama is expected to participate in the nationwide exercise, which could be extended beyond the 2 days if necessary. To support the initiative, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited will provide personnel and logistics, while 6 of its 7 transfer stations.
We must all rescue ourselves. Nobody will come and rescue us. But waste management is not just a rudimentary exercise. It is somebody's expertise. So this meeting is also to rope in the private sector.
Will be opened to receive refuse collected during the exercise for prompt disposal. The ministry is urging residents to actively participate by joining community cleanup activities and contributing available cleaning tools to help create cleaner and healthier communities.
Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for Bekwai and Deputy Ranking Member on the Sanitation and Water Resource Committee, Ralph Pukwedusei, says Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Uklu should be removed from office. Pukwedusei says the regional minister should be blamed for the filth that has engulfed the city.
The regional minister is sleeping on her job. That is number one. Number two, the local government ministry.
The regional minister, you mean the Greater Accra Regional Minister?
The Greater Accra Regional Minister, simply put, because we have a crisis situation. We are in Accra. This is the metropolis. This is the capital city of Ghana. Look at the amount of waste being generated per day. As she indicated, if you put a population of, say, 4 to 5 million, they are generating over 4,000 tons of waste. And this should be considered as a serious issue for the government to set up, or the government to treat it as a matter of national security, because you can't afford to have sanitation issues going wrong. It connects to health, it connects to food, it connects to every aspect or every part of the economy. So if you are in this Accra today and we are left with just 2 landfills, let me also take this opportunity to put it out that the landfill is not a solution to the waste management situation in Accra.
You're still live on the Channel 1 Newsroom. Still ahead. Argentina beat Egypt to make it to quarterfinals of 2026 FIFA World Cup. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
As the sun rises over the city of Accra, its warm glow settles on one of the city's most thoughtfully planned communities, Lakeside Estate. And once again, something exceptional is unfolding. After the successful sale of our 4-bedroom Orca at Lakeside Hills, a new masterpiece is about to make its debut. An exquisite 4-bedroom story Orca home overlooking a breathtaking landscape of the Abri Mountains. This remarkable home now features a total floor area of 330 square meters, set on a generous 7,140 square foot plot. Step inside and you're welcomed by a spacious foyer leading to an open living and dining area, paired with a modern fitted kitchen with a stylish island crafted for the ultimate cooking experience. On the first floor, family living takes center stage. Spend quality time together and enjoy the convenience of a newly added infinite kitchenette, perfect for warming up your coffee or tea. For our esteemed homeowners who value privacy and productivity, a dedicated study area has been beautifully integrated into the design. This new home is a testament to trust, craftsmanship, and modern living. A space where elegance, comfort, and style come together effortlessly. Book your spot today by calling our sales expert on 020-477-5040 or 020-477-5042. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point,
it passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and lungoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend, Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friend, me once now.
Hey, is that you?
Improve car.
Yeah.
Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friend is sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Sasso, come tum preko.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekotre. Abeku.
Hi, Verbs.
We've seen it all in the last 24 hours. Too many things have happened.
That's what World Cup gives you.
Yeah, major headlines.
Memories, isn't it? And some you'd have to quickly archive because there's another one unfolding.
Yeah. Because after the whole tournament, we need to sit back. The elders of the FIFA World Cup. We need to review. Because too many things have happened. Ronaldo is gone.
Out.
Messi has qualified
dramatically.
Trump made interventions and all that, and US was humiliated.
Absolutely.
Give us the details. Man.
Let's get into it, shall we now? Argentina came from 2 goals down to beat Egypt 3-2 and book a place in the quarterfinals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Egypt stand the 2-time champions by taking a first-half lead through Yasser Ibrahim before Zizou doubled the advantage after the break. But Argentina mounted a dramatic comeback. Christian Romero pulled one back before Messi leveled the score and